Yeah, it's just the weather. It's really bad here.
All right, we're on the record in People versus Thompson, file number 256870. If I could have counsel put your appearances on.
The record, Your Honor, my call behalf of people.
Thank you, Your Honor. Richard Trush, on behalf of Mr. Thompson.
All right, Mr. Trush, how did we want to proceed with this file today?
Well, Your Honor, I have not had contact with Mr. Thompson until yesterday. He contacted my office yesterday and updated his phone number. I was able to communicate with him in the evening. I don't know exactly what time. I would guess probably 7 o'clock or so yesterday evening. We had discussed what the offer was and discussed that there's a trial set to begin next week. I was under the assumption from my discussion that Mr. Thompson was planning to be here in person, that we had discussed that, he would contemplate what he wanted to do and let me know this morning when he got here. So that's kind of where we left things. I'm not entirely sure what his intentions are at this point. The offer is to plea to count one with a dismissal of the enhancement.
1 and 3, dismiss the others and dismiss the habitual court.
So that would contemplate the possession with intent to deliver and the DWLS dismiss the remainder.
And that's what you've discussed with Mr. Thompson?
It is, but again, it's not clear to me what his intentions were.
All right, Mr. Thompson, today
Yes.
is the plea cutoff, so today's the last day to enter into a plea agreement. Did you want to proceed with the plea or go forward with your trial next week?
No, I'd rather go forward with my trial.
Okay, so that's set for Thursday?
Yes.
Thursday and Friday?
Pull this out. I don't know if it was a 2-day. I just have a 1 day on the 10th.
On Thursday?
Yes, the 10th.
Okay.
Which is Wednesday. Let me- Sorry, I'm just getting my calendar.
Your Honor, that there is an issue that is going to be created with that date.
Wednesday, December 10th is the date set for trial. Okay, what's the issue?
So, Your Honor, I slated for multiple trials on that date. There is presently one set to begin in Crawford County in front of Judge Hunter on the same date. It is a case that does have a victim. So I tend to think it probably takes priority. They're both life offenses, so I mean, functionally, they're.
Is that Crawford County or Kalkaska?
Crawford County.
Okay.
And I recognize that I should have alerted the court of that potential conflict ahead of time. On Monday, Judge Hunter made me very aware of that.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let me communicate with Judge Hunter so that we can discuss this case. Is relatively recent. Do you know how old that one is with him?
I don't necessarily think that the case is particularly old. I just know that there are young victims involved in it. So it's a more sensitive issue, I think.
All right.
I mean, that to me would be the only sort of thing that differentiates it from this case in my mind.
All right. Well, let me start with this, Mr. Rolla. If we treat this as a request from Mr. Trush to adjourn this trial in light of the scheduling conflict, what do you take any? Does it
Wouldn't object, Judge. Obviously, the PAP case we were going to have to go first, that had priority. But as to the Thompson matter, people have no objection. It's not a situation where we're worried about loss of evidence or anything of that nature. Not with the nature of the charges.
All right. So we'll adjourn this trial then in light of there not being an objection from the prosecutor. So we'll reset this for a 1-day jury trial. I'm not going to set it for a final status conference since it sounds like Mr. Thompson wants to go to trial. So Mr. Thompson, that trial for next week's gonna be adjourned. We're gonna reset that. You'll be notified of the date and time of that jury trial. We will not be having any hearings between now and the date of that jury trial. And I don't care what the weather is. I don't care what's going on. If you need to be present for that jury trial date, if you're not present, court will issue a bench warrant for your arrest. And once you're apprehended, you'll be held in the Otsego County Jail till we can get you another trial date. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. You also need to stay in touch with your lawyer. That's very important.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Trish, anything further today?
Just that I appreciate the accommodation, Your Honor. It's always a fine line when there are stacked trials between, how we think they're gonna resolve and how they actually do. And I try not to press the panic button too early.
Understood.
Clearly, I missed the mark on this one.
We need to at least be aware of the conflicts, especially when it's the same circuit. So
Understood.
all right, Mr. Roll, anything further on this file?
Not this file, thank you.
Mr. Thompson, do you have any questions at all?
No, thank you.
Okay, that's all for this hearing today.
Okay.
All right, sir, is your name James Turbergen?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Dick, were you ready on Mr. Turbergen's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll go on the record in People versus James Turbergen. This is file number 256915. The record should reflect Mr. Turbergen's present by video from Otsego County Jail. If I could have counsel put your appearances on.
James Dick on behalf of Mr. Turbergen.
Thank you. Mr. Dick, can you tell me the status of this file from the defense position?
Yes, Your Honor. We do have a case resolution where Mr. Turbergen will be pleading guilty to counts 1 and 2 as a habitual second in exchange for dismissal of counts 3 and 4 and the habitual fourth notice. And there's also a restitution amount of
$784.
$784.
Okay. Mr. Turbergen, were you able to hear that?
Yeah.
And is that the plea, that agreement that you've discussed with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Did you want to go forward with that plea today?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You can lower your hand. Mr. Turbergen, are you on any kind of probation or parole?
Parole out of Antrim County.
Okay. So that's parole from the Department of Corrections, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you understand that any sentence in this case would have to be consecutive to any parole violation penalty you might face?
Yeah, I understand that.
And you understand that you also would not be entitled to any jail credit because of your parole status?
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay. And then you're pleading guilty to 2 counts of use of is this a use or a theft of a control?
It was use of without permission of a financial transaction device.
Okay, use without permission of a financial transaction device or credit card or debit card. 2 counts of that, they each carry a maximum possible penalty as a habitual second offender of up to 6 years. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
With all of those things in mind, what is your plea to those 2 charges today?
I'll plead guilty, sir.
Right now, you have the right to have a trial. You have the right to be tried by a jury. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty. You have the right to have any witnesses against you appear at trial and to question those witnesses. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses on your behalf appear at trial. You have the right to remain silent during a trial and to not have that silence used against you, and the right to testify at a trial yourself if you wanted. You understand that you're going to be giving up and waiving all of those rights by pleading guilty.
Yes, sir.
Also, you don't have an automatic right to appeal the plea that you're making here today. You can only do that by leave. That means that you would have to ask for the Court of Appeals to hear your case. They could say no, and then that would be the end of any appeal. You understand that?
Yeah, I understand that.
Has anyone threatened you with anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what we've stated here in court today?
No, sir.
Is it your own free choice to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty because you are actually guilty of these charges?
Yes, sir.
The time frame I have is in April of 2025, on or about April 21st or 22nd of 2025. Is that the correct date?
April 21st, sir.
Okay. On that date, did you use a some type of financial device, whether that was a credit card, debit card, or something like that?
Yes, sir.
Did that card belong to another person?
Yes, sir.
And did you have permission to use that to purchase goods or get cash or do something on your own behalf?
No, sir.
And did you do that twice?
Yeah.
Okay. Counsel, are you both satisfied with the factual basis?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are either of you aware of any threats, promises, or inducements other than what's been placed on the record?
None by the people, thank you.
None, Your Honor.
Are you both satisfied that the court has complied with statute and court rule in the taking of this plea?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Turbergen, the court finds that your plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. The court is satisfied that there's a factual basis to support a finding that you are guilty of each of these charges. The court will accept your guilty plea as to both. We'll set this matter for a sentencing hearing. You'll be notified of the date and time of that hearing. Between now and then, someone from the probation department will be in touch with you to do a pre-sentence investigation. And then you'll have an opportunity to go through that report with your attorney prior to the sentencing hearing.
Excuse me, Judge. The court's going to confirm his prior conviction, the one he's on parole for, that's ahead. I know he already indicated he was on parole for it, but I think the court needs to do that, though, for the record.
Yeah. Mr. Turbergen, were you convicted of forgery in the 13th Circuit Court in Antrim County back in 2021?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Turbergen, that's all that we have for today. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you. The court's going to disconnect at this time.